This Cisco packet tracer demonstration is for configuration of both dynamic network address translation and static network address translation for an internal network. The network address translation will be configured on the network edge router. To the right of the network edge router is an internal router which is connected to the network edge router. The network between these two routers is a /24 network with a network address of 195.33.37.0 to the right of the internal router is the internal network, which is the local network which will utilize network address translation. The internal network is a /24 network with a network address of 202.45.13.0. To the left of the network edge router is the external network, which will be the public network. The external network is a /24 network with a network address of 188.23.79.0. Since all networks involved are /24 networks, all networks will have a subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. Since all networks involved are /24 networks, all networks will have a wildcard mask of 0.0.0.255. Communication between the external PC and internal PC will be used for testing of both connection and network address translation. The external PC is set to IP address of 188.23.79.15. The default gateway is set to 188.23.79.1. The internal PC is set to IP address of 202.45.15.45. The default gateway is set to 202.45.13.1. To enter the configuration module for a router, use the en command followed by the conft command. Set the hostname of this router to network_edge. To configure the gigabit 0/0/0 interface, use the intg0/0/0 command. Set the gigabit 0/0/0 interface to an IP address of 188.23.79.1 followed by the subnet mask. The no-shut command is used to activate an interface. To configure the gigabit 0/0/1 interface, use the intg0/0/1 command. Set the gigabit 0/0/1 interface to an IP address of 195.33.37.1 followed by the subnet mask. Use the exit command twice to leave the configuration module. The copy run start command is used to copy the running configuration to the startup configuration. Set the hostname of the router to internal_router. Set the gigabit 0/0/0 interface to an IP address of 202.45.13.1 followed by the subnet mask. Set the gigabit 0/0/1 interface to an IP address of 195.33.37.2 followed by the subnet mask. Create a static route from the network edge router to the internal network. Use the command IP route followed by the internal network's address and its subnet mask followed by 195.33.37.2, which is the gigabit 0/0/1 interface on the internal router. Create a static route from the internal router to the external network. Use the command IP route followed by the external network's address and its subnet mask followed by 195.33.37.1, which is the gigabit 0/0/1 interface on the network edge router. Do a test ping from the internal PC to the external PC and from the external PC to the internal PC to verify connectivity. Notice the reply address for the ping from the internal PC to the external PC is the same address of the external PC. Likewise, notice the reply address for the ping from the external PC to the internal PC is the same address of the internal PC. On the network edge router, configure the inside and outside networks. On the gigabit 0/0/1 interface, use the IP NAT inside command. On the gigabit 0/0/0 interface, use the IP NAT outside command. Configure dynamic network address translation. To configure an address pool, use the IP NAT pool minitpool 188.23.79.200 space 188.23.79.240 netmask 255.255.255.0. This creates an address pool with the first 3 octets being the same and the 4th octet being a range from 200 to 240. Minitpool is the user-selected arbitrary name given to this address pool. The access list determines which traffic from the inside network has access to the outside network. The access list commands give both the network between the 2 routers and inside network to be able to access the outside network. The access list 1 permit command is used twice, one for each of the 2 networks. The access list 1 permit command is followed by the network address and wildcard mask for an individual network that needs access to the outside network. The IP NAT inside source list 1 pool minitpool command is used to link the address pool to the access list. Do a test ping from the internal PC to the external PC. The connectivity is still good and the reply IP address from the external PC is still the same as the external PC's IP address. Do a test ping from the external PC to the internal PC. The connectivity is still good. However, the reply IP address is an IP address from the address pool and not the internal PC's IP address. Use the debug IP NAT command to turn on IP NAT debugging. Use the show IP NAT statistics command and the show IP NAT translations command to confirm the translations are occurring as configured. Use the clear IP NAT translation * command to clear the IP NAT translations. To configure a static network address translation, use the command of IP NAT inside source static followed by the internal PC's IP address and the public address used for hiding the internal PC's IP address. In this case, the address is 188.23.79.100. Do a test ping from the internal PC to the external PC. The connectivity is still good and the reply IP address from the external PC is still the same as the external PC's IP address. Do a test ping from the external PC to the internal PC. The connectivity is still good and now the reply IP address from the internal PC is the declared IP address in the static network address translation configuration, which is 188.23.79.100. This concludes this Cisco packet tracer demonstration on dynamic network address translation and static network address translation. If you found this video informative, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Please check out other videos on this channel. More videos will be added in the future. Thank you for watching.